Hello and welcome to Cape Ann Report. I'm Greg Bover and I'm your host. This is the weekly show about people, events, and programs on Cape Ann. And my guests are Ken Reel and Matt Anzavino, who are the CEO and incoming president of the Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks, Greg.
And the reason we're talking tonight is because we're right at the beginning of the year. 2015 for the Chamber was the usual jam-packed year of events and successes, and it looks like 2016 is
shaping up to be the same and even better. I'll just take a quick look back.
Sure.
We had a great year last year in focusing on our three main platforms of promotion of the region and our members, economic development, and education. We still very much are focused on the visitor-based economy. We do a lot in print, over 250,000 pieces. We do 4 separate websites and Facebook pages and social media that goes with that. Our visitor centers, including the one in Gloucester and a couple in Rockport and on 128. So really doing an awful lot to help to promote Cape Ann as a visitor destination and help the economy out in that respects. Economic development and working with the communities and the city of Gloucester with the mayor and her team, and addressing the tax opportunities there and challenges and what's going on in the city council and the turnover that we've seen here this year. We're looking forward to working with the new council, and education, and really trying to connect in a very robust way with 3 local high schools in particular and Essex Tech. We're now meeting monthly. And we're going to talk about that here as we get into 2016. We had our first Cape Ann Career and College Fair, which I think by all respects was a big success last year, first time, and that'll become an annual event for us with over 80 colleges there at the Gloucester High Fieldhouse, and over 50 business leaders talking about different career paths. So that was a great first-time event, and it's just going to be bigger and better this coming year. And we're going to talk a little bit about the license plate and introduce Matt here as our incoming president. We're thrilled to have him. Matt is a Rockporter, so he brings a little different perspective in the visitor industry, running the largest accommodation on Cape Ann right now, Rockport Inn & Suites. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Sure.
Yeah, Matt, congratulations.
Thank you. This is exciting for me. Personally, everyone asks, how are you approaching this year? I'm approaching it with excitement. I think, for me personally, I've really developed this passion for Cape Ann, Rockport. My family and I moved to Rockport in 2009 and opened the Rockport Inn & Suites. My wife, Missy, Rachel, and Jordan, our 2 daughters. We've had tons of success at the Rockport Inn & Suites on Cape Ann, marketing it as a destination. We do a ton of wedding groups, so we're excited about that. I'm excited about bringing that passion to the Chamber this year, and leaving a positive footprint. So if I can leave at the end of this year and make some kind of positive impact along the way, whether it be in membership growth, whether it be in, really establishing a few events and improving on a few events maybe. Some of the things we're looking at this year that are exciting is we've got the Cape Ann license plate that really took ground last year, but we're really going to see it on our cars this year. Midsummer, we'd like to see this license plate on every vehicle, and what a great way to promote Cape Ann on a continuous basis. Hopefully a lot of tourists that come to Cape Ann will get it, put it on their car, and take it back to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and whatnot, and spread the word of Cape Ann in that way.
If I could just comment on that just for 1 minute, let me chime in. Important that the community understands that the proceeds that come from the plate go back out to the community toward our 3 platforms of promotion of the region, economic development, and education. And so there's a separate foundation that's been set up called the Cape Ann Community Foundation with its own board of directors, and they will manage the proceeds from the license plate.
I updated my application the other day. It took me about 2 minutes and left a check, and it was as easy as it possibly could be. So
fantastic. So we have more than enough applicants to put the plate on the road. What we are in the process of doing now is getting completed applications and updated checks. So we're trying to contact a whole bunch of folks about that. We've probably got a couple hundred people out there that we need just to fill in that information, get the checks. That goes to the registry, and then the plates are clear to be put on the road.
And people can call the chamber at the number that's on the
Absolutely.
screen, or get in touch with you through the website, or just
bet.
stop in at
Right.
33 Commercial Street.
Right, and if you're interested in the plate and you haven't yet signed up, it's not too late. You'll be submitted with this initial batch. We're looking to have the plates on the road by the middle of this year.
Great. Yeah, that's going to be a great thing to promote the whole region.
We think so too, yeah.
So, Matt, we've got an event coming up right away to
We
sort
do.
of kick off the year.
This Saturday will be our annual event. It's primarily, for the past however many years, it's been an annual sit-down dinner. This year we've changed it up a little bit. Being from Rockport, I wanted to bring the event to Rockport. And we're going to have it at the Shaylin Liu Performance Center. It'll be a nice reception on the third floor of the Shaylin Liu. Heavy hors d'oeuvres, a few speeches and stuff like that. But then the meat of it is a concert afterwards downstairs, and it'll have the 6 Cape Ann divas, some phenomenal female performers. Marina Evans is one who I've heard recently, Mary Martin, and a few others. So that's a real great take-home value of that. That's this Saturday, the 23rd at the Shaylin Liu. I think we still have somewhere around 50 tickets left. So we'd like to really fill that venue and enjoy that concert. The snow is going south of us, so snowshoes are not needed. So we're excited about that. In addition to that, we've got a business after hours coming up at the Cape Ann Museum in February, and we've got quite a few events. The auction this year we're excited about. We really would like to see some good involvement on the auction, participation in there, and that should be a great thing for us as well. We've got the Irish Sweepstakes coming up. We do have tickets available. The $25,000 game will be coming around again. Again, Ken touched on the College and Career Fair. This will be the second annual this year. I went last year. I thought it was a great event. I think it's a great event for our kids. It gets them exposure to all the universities, colleges around, trades. You know, we had people coming up for, we had a table for the hotel last year. We were able to interact with kids, tell them about the options that are out there in hospitality. Cape Ann's huge for tourism and hospitality. A new hotel coming into Cape Ann. We're excited about that. Hotels bring business. I think Gloucester is right on the cusp of something really good. And I think the Chamber is going to be involved in a lot of that. And we're going to really see some neat things happening. So.
Well, it's just a jam-packed schedule. It seems like there's something every week, sometimes multiple things
You got it. There literally
in a
is.
week.
I see Ken 5 or 6 times a week. So yeah, it's definitely, it's a good.
I
good packed
forewarned
schedule.
Matt that we'd be seeing a lot of each other, and it is absolutely true.
Yeah.
As you know, we did with Catherine and Mike before her. We work very closely with the president of the board and the entire executive board, and we meet regularly. Just, could not run the Chamber of Commerce without their help. It's instrumental.
And there's some new staff at the Chamber as well.
Yeah, great point. So we have a new office manager. Name is Molly Andrew, and she's tremendous. She's a local. She's in Essex and knows the Cape Ann community, so she's plugged right in and is helping us out tremendously already. And not only helping to run the office, but we are focused right now on our publications. You know, we need to get into print and distributed before the kickoff of the visitor season, which is Memorial Day. And so we like to be out there and fully distributed by then. So we've got some timelines, some deadlines coming up, and Molly's been great in helping us with those.
Let's just step back just a little bit, and maybe you can talk just a little about why people should join the Chamber in the first place, because it's not always evident, I don't think, what the value is there.
Do you want me to take that, or would you like to take that?
You can take it, but I'll say for me personally, as you know, running a hotel, they've been phenomenal for references, referrals, getting guests into our beds. But also for me, starting a business in '09, the networking I got through the Chamber, the resources that I got through there, the marketing opportunities, that's just for me and my business, and that really works well for me. The Chamber's been great for that. You can expand on some of the benefits, but initially out of the gate, it was marketing, it was networking, and it was referrals for us.
That is why people join the Chamber 101. It's connections, it's promotion of the businesses through our membership directory, through our weekly newsletter, the monthly magazine. There's opportunities to be in all of that, the websites, and then the networking events. That, it's really important for people to understand, and most of our members get this, but We're a little bit like a health club that way. You use us, and you're really going to benefit from it. And if you don't use us, then the benefits will be less. There's a lot of other things that we do for the community, for example, on the economic development side and education in particular, that aren't necessarily benefiting any one member directly,
Right.
but benefits the community in a very large way.
Well, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Exactly right, and helping our students, sort of be prepared for their career paths, and helping them to understand what are the employment opportunities here on Cape Ann. Yes, go get a great education. Work elsewhere for a little while if you want, but we want you back here. We want you on Cape Ann, and so we're very motivated to work with the schools in that regard.
And there are opportunities for people to get together and network in smaller groups as well. I was just looking at the list of Business Women's Wine Down
Right.
coming up, right?
Yeah, we've got a great business women's group, and getting stronger all the time. Carrie McKenna, who came on a year and a half ago, is just doing a fantastic job with all of our events, and it's largely because of her leadership and involvement that the group has grown to be so large. Again, we had a sellout crowd at the Crow's Nest last year, which people still talk about. It was a fantastic business women's gathering, and we've got some great plans this year, starting with the Wine Down, which is on February 1st at Katrina's Bar and Grill.
The theme for the event Saturday, and really for the year, is oceans of change and waves of opportunities. And I really view the Chamber as that. Small changes make huge impacts. And I think we're doing that as we go, and we review 2015, we look at 2016, and then the opportunities. They are, you have a list, they're endless within the Chamber.
Really?
They can be small group opportunities, they can be larger marketing opportunities, they can be fairs and auctions. I think, it's what you make the Chamber for yourself. What you want to get out of the Chamber. I think there's plenty of opportunities, and we're really riding the change and opportunity this year. I think
There absolutely is, and if I could just add to that, we have a number of committees and councils, and so we invite any of our members to be part of that. So if you want to have a better understanding as to what's going on and have some influence in economic development,
Right.
we have a Government Affairs Council, as you know, Greg, because you're a key member on that. We have a Tourism Council that Matt chaired last year, and this year our incoming president, Sarah Young, who is now with Schooner Adventure, is chairing. We have a Business Education Collaborative, which Pat Thorpe chairs, president of Bank Gloucester. And each of these councils and committees meets monthly. And so we involve our community through our membership and help to lead us in these different mission areas for the Chamber.
Well, there's just one more here on the list that we're running out of time, but the Winter Birding Weekend is coming up.
So that's a favorite of ours. In the past, it's been a 2.5-day event. Tremendous amount of work, and we have some fantastic visitors who would come in, and of course birding enthusiasts. And the highlight of that weekend has always been the trip to Stellwagen Bank in the middle to end part of February. Seven Seas very graciously unwraps their boat and takes us out there. This year, they're doing some engine upgrade, actually replacing the engines on their boat. And so we're going to do it a little later, and we're going to focus just on that trip out to Stellwagen. The great part about that is there's likely to be whales out there. So you get a 2-for-1 deal. See the birds and see the whales. And so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, as usual, a jam-packed schedule for the Chamber. Matt, congratulations and
That's exciting.
commiserations at all you've got to do in the next year, but it sounds like a great plan.
Great.
So thanks for coming
Greg,
this
thank you.
evening.
Yeah.
And
you.
thank you all for watching, and we'll be back next week. I'm Greg Bover. Thank you.